Hi, I'm Sandy Schroeck for LBR Educates, and today I want to share all of my favorite tools and mechanics to be a floral designer. So one of my favorite things to start off with is an apron. So I use a half apron, and this way I tuck my tools into my apron so that they're always in reach. And the next thing is a knife. So this is a Swiss Army knife, and if you can get used to using a knife, it's the most successful tool that you'll be able to do, and you'll be able to increase your speed as a designer. But I want to teach you to have it become part of your hand. So you can see here that I'm closing my bottom two fingers in on my knife so that way I'm going to come in, I'm going to come and do a pull. But you come here and you lay the blade beside your thumb, so you're not cutting right into your thumb, and that'll give you a nice sharp cut. And then these two fingers are still accessible to be able to put things in. So I put things in with two hands. You can use a clipper as well. These are the bunch cutters that I prefer. This one has an adjustable so that it can open up either length, and then this one you can hold in your hand, and the same kind of thing, you can keep it in your hand while you're sticking in stems. The biggest thing on a stem cutter is when you're cutting the stem that it doesn't crush or compact the stem. So you need to use fresh tools and keep them sharp and clean, and so that you'll be able to be successful using those tools. I like a jewelry tip needle nose. This has a wire cutter that I use for cutting corsages and decorative wire. The other wire cutters that I use is a small snapper and then a larger heavy duty wire cutter. As far as scissors, I have a ribbon shears, the longer ribbon shears that I use. But the one I primarily use is this one, which is a titanium scissors. And the titanium blade actually allows me to be able to use one of my other favorite mechanical products. And that's the U-glue strips from Smithers Oasis. And these strips come in a 1x3 size. And in my tool bag, I pack them like in a snack bag so that I can easily carry them around, and they can be cut into any size. And so the titanium blade allows me to be able to cut those into any size. As we're talking about adhesives, the floral adhesive I use to glue corsages and also glue materials into other designs. And this one here is one of my very favorites. It's a stem cutter, so for the big bushes and stems, you're able to use that ratchet action to be able to cut through those strong stems. And then we'll just take a look at some of the other adhesives. Design tape. The design tape now comes in black from Smithers Oasis, as well as the green in the two sizes, and then different binding materials. So I use bind wire, comes in 3 colors, and then also in some decorative colors. And then the rustic wire comes in a number of colors. So those are things that I always have in my tool bag, as well as zip ties. When I'm processing flowers, what I will do is, these are some garden gloves that have a coating on them. And so if I'm going to be processing roses, I can use this to strip the leaves off and be efficient. So I use those for those, or I like the regular stripper. If I'm at an event and I'm installing a lot of glassware to that event, I'll use these soft garden gloves that also act as a polisher. So when I'm placing those vases, then I can just wipe down and wipe the fingerprints off at the same time that I'm placing those. And then lastly, at the end of every day, we need you to come back and hit your tools with DCD and clean up. So DCD is a disinfectant spray, and you'll hit your workspace with the DCD as well. And then I'll use a squeegee. I'm going that way just because I got so many things back here. But I use a squeegee at the end of the day to clean that up, and then to spray all my tools so that I'm ready to go for the next morning. So I hope that you have taken in these, and if you have any questions, make sure and send it down in the comments. I know I covered a lot of things really fast. We'll put a list of these tools down in the description for you, and if you have any questions, send me a message. I hope that I inspired you to create some fabulous florals by using all of these fabulous tools and mechanics. I'm Sandy Schroeck for LBR Educates.